So what's the third and final level of appeal? Superior fucking court. This appeal must be made in person and there's a $25 filing fee. The Department of Transportation doesn't make it easy for you to understand how to file a court appeal. They tell you that you have to bring your administrative hearing decision with you when you file, but they don't tell you how to file. I search online and find out I need 2 forms, a notice of appeal and a proof of service of notice of appeal. I download both forms, but I'm still not completely clear on the process, and then my dad dies. I book my flight to go to Taiwan. Before I have to leave town, I go to the courthouse, room 102, to file my appeal. I go in the morning, and surprisingly, no lines. I get waved up by the most unpleasant window clerk. I tell him this is my first time doing this, so I hope you don't mind if I ask a few questions. He's super pushy and mean as fuck. Where's your copy? Copy of what? You need to give me a copy of the notice of appeal to complete for you to serve to the Department of Transportation. On the notice of appeal, it says, when the court returns a copy of this notice to you, to me, that means the court is going to make a copy and give it to me, not that I have to bring a copy to the court. I tell the clerk I only have the one. He says, you can make a copy at the snack bar around the corner. I go to the snack bar, pay for my copy, and head back to room 102, praying that I get a different window. Nope. Same grumpy clerk waves me over with the same scowl on his face. I hand him the papers and ask him, would it be possible for the court date to be scheduled on December 10th or later because my father just passed away and I have to go to Taiwan for his service? Most human beings would throw you a sorry for your loss. No. He just stares right through me. He looks at the schedule, then writes down 8:30 a.m., December 23rd. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to ruin my Christmas. But guess what? I'm an unemployed actor. My agent just got canned. I'm a spinster. I have no immediate family here. And I already told you that my dad died. I got nowhere to go on December 23rd, so I will be here with Christmas bells on because it's going to be the highlight of my holiday season. I pay him my $25. He gives me the copy to serve. After I get home, I look at the copy. When I downloaded the form, it was one of those PDFs that lets you type in the information before printing it out. So I typed in what I could on my computer, except for the date, because I didn't know which day I would make it down to the courthouse, and my signature, which obviously has to be written in. The clerk was so pushy with me that I gave him the form before signing and dating it. Apparently he didn't catch it either. It takes me half an hour of being disconnected and transferred several times before finally reaching a supervisor by phone. I explained to him that the clerk gave me a court date and time, but I didn't sign and date the form. And I want to make sure everything's copacetic. I asked him, what needs to be done to rectify this? Turns out the supervisor is just as big of an asshole as the clerk. Well, you submitted a form without signing it, so it's going to get rejected. Shouldn't your employee share some of the responsibility? Isn't it part of his job to make sure the paperwork is completed properly? I asked the supervisor, if I come back to the courthouse right now, can I sign and date the original form I submitted? And the copy that I already have, can I sign and date that separately and still use it to serve the Department of Transportation? He responds in the most dickish tone, you can do that if you want, but I'm not a lawyer. Oh my God, I thought the past 10 months were exasperating. That shit was just a warm-up for the butt fucking I was getting today. So I head back down to the courthouse. This time room 102 is packed and the signs that designate the different lines make no sense to me. There's unlimited with fees, limited with fees, unlimited without fees, so I just hop in one. The guy behind me in line has some pretty big ear spacers. I ask him which line should I be in if I already filed and paid but I didn't sign and date my form. He goes, oh, you should just go up and ask the supervisor, but I don't see him here right now. Great. Thankfully, ear spacer dude is really nice. He says, go to window 6 and see if they can help you. I'll save your space in line. A blonde woman behind the glass at window 6 is helping someone who has several piles of paper and it's taking a while. I don't want to just go up to the window and interrupt, so I wait on the side. Then 2 guys in the line next to me exchange heated words. Yo, I was in line before you. I didn't come down here to watch you get service. Yikes. I go back to ear spacer dude and say, I don't know how long she's going to be with that person. He said, just go up on the side and ask her. Hearing those 2 guys over there, I don't want anyone to think I'm cutting in line. I'll just wait here and ask when I get up to this window. Right at that moment, the blonde woman behind window 6 waves at me while holding up a document. Are you here to sign the form? Yes, yes I am. I sign and date the original and ask her, that's all good now. She says yes. And this copy that I signed and dated separately, I can still use it to serve the Department of Transportation. She says, yes, that's fine. I thank the blonde woman and ear spacer dude profusely. Two saints and a sea of assholes.